Hello my bookish besties and welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. In today's video we're going to be kind of having a deep personal chat. I thought it would be fun to check in on my 2025 goals and then make some goals for 2026. I obviously haven't really talked about my 2025 goals because I did create those before I even made this channel, but I did think it'd be kind of fun to discuss those. But I did think it would be fun to, like I said, discuss those, kind of see how they compare to this year's goals, and then just, yeah, basically just have this record of what my goals are so that we can, during Vlogmas next year, discuss those and kind of see how we did, maybe even do a mid-year check-in kind of thing. But without further ado, let's discuss the goals I had for this year. Okay, so on my 2025 goals list, I had 52 books, read 52 books. I think I've read 104 or 105 so far this year, so I obviously have blown way past my goal, but I set 52 because that's a book a week, so I thought that was pretty realistic, especially considering this year I wanted to read the Cosmere. Some of those books are monsters. This next one, I wanted to finish 5 video games this year. I am a gamer as well. I game and read. And I'll be honest, I just haven't prioritized gaming very much this year. So I wrote down 5 games I was really hoping to finish, and I didn't finish a single one of them. In fact, I mean, I did play most of them, but yeah, I didn't finish any of them. Oh well, I guess. I mean, it's a good goal. One of these games I've been playing for 3 or 4 years. I really need to finish that one. But I did kind of prioritize reading a lot this year. Oh well. And then I have traveled to 1 new state. I actually traveled to 2 new states this year. I went to both Arizona and Utah. I had boxed at least 4 times a month. I did not do that. Back in January, I had my wisdom teeth out, and I pretty much have not gone since then. I had Paris. We did not go to Paris. We kind of were thinking maybe we would go because we had a friend over there for work, and we didn't do that. So didn't do that one. Dallas trip for Half Price Bookstore. Dallas has the largest Half Price books in America, I think, or maybe in the world, because I think it's only an American company, but I did do that one. I said road trip with my friend Ashley. I did do that, and I vlogged it. I will link that, up here in the cards. Get 2 new tattoos. I only got 1. I got these dragons when I went to Arizona. And then find a creative hobby. I did do that one because I got really into color books this year, coloring. So I would argue that's a creative hobby. It's, creative outlet. And then I did have some 2025 travel goals. I wanted to go to Utah to go to Dragonsteel. I obviously did that. If you haven't watched my vlog yet, you definitely should. I wanted to go to Dallas, to the Half Price Books. I put Georgia. I didn't do that one, but I did go to Arizona, so. And then Pagosa Springs. My family goes to Pagosa Springs every year in the summer. I did vlog that as well. But I didn't get to go the last couple of years because we had our dog, PTO, etc. Whatever the reasons, I wasn't able to go. And I really, really wanted to go this year. And I did, so. And then once I started this channel, I did make some channel goals for the year. So I put start channel. I obviously did that. You're here, welcome. I wanted to post a newbie tag. I did post that back in July or August, I think. I wanted to hit 50 subscribers. I did do that, so thank you guys so much. I don't know when I hit 50. I'm sure I could look it up. I would love to hit 100 by the end of this year. We are so close. The last time I checked, I was at 84, 85. So if you are by chance watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the literal world to me. I wanted to average about 25 views a video, and I am doing that. In fact, I'm averaging about 40-ish a video, so I'm really happy about that. I wanted to receive 5 regular commenters, and I do have about 3 of you guys who have commented on pretty much every video, so if you're one of those 3, shout out to you. You guys are some real ones. It makes my day when I see your comments every week. I would love to complete Vlogmas. My goal is at least 20 videos. Today will be video 11, which means I've got about 9 more, so about a week left to meet my goal. I do think I'll be able to do all 25 days like I planned, so really excited about that. And then, yeah, I think those are all of my goals for this year, actually. So anywho, so let's go ahead and discuss my 2026 goals. I divided them up into 3 categories. I have personal, reading, and 2026 channel goals. For reading, my goals are pretty much the same as this year. I would really, really like to read 52 books. Again, that's a book a week. I would really, really, really like to catch up fully on the Cosmere, like be 100% done, so that when the new book releases next December, I am fully there. Like I've read everything, and I'm only about 7 books behind, I think. So I'm really, really close, and I'm feeling really good about that. So I definitely think I can accomplish that goal. I would love to read the first, basically all of the City of and the Clockwork books from Cassandra Clare, and then any of the little like novellas and extended series I would love to read too. But my goal is at least the first 3 of the Mortal Instruments, and then the Clockwork, the Infernal Devices. I would really love to read at least those 6. And then, because I have heard that Cassandra Clare announced that she's going to do 3 last novels in the universe. So I think starting now would be a good timeline for me. I would also really, really like to read the Christopher Rocchio Sun Eater series next year. I think that's kind of my big series goal. And then I do think that's it for my reading goals. I can't think of anything else. My other big goal, I guess, would be I would love to prioritize my physical TBR a little better, and then also kind of be smarter about what books I'm unhauling and be smarter about what books I'm purchasing. So like my current read, for example, is Good Spirits. Yeah, Good Spirits by B.K. Borson. I know this about myself. I'm not a romance reader, let alone a holiday romance reader. Like, why'd I buy a physical copy? Why'd I do that? Like, this is one of those books that like I'm enjoying, and it's kind of cutesy to have and like hold, but I don't know that I need a physical copy. You know what I mean? So I'd like to be a little bit smarter about that next year. As far as personal goals, I would love to make time for gaming still. That's always going to be one of my goals. I would also like to receive another tattoo, and I would also like to visit at least one more state. One of my only like overarching life goals is I want to visit all 50 states. So any year that I can add a new state to that list, it's, you know, getting me one step closer. And I think those are all of my personal goals. Oh, and to go back to reading, I'd also love to get a new bookshelf. My like special edition trinket bookshelf is way overflowing, so I would love to get one more of those. But the only issue is I don't know where I'd put it. My office like / reading room is kind of stuffed, so I don't know where I'd put it. Maybe in our guest bedroom, but I would love another bookshelf. And then as far as channel goals, this is definitely the longest list I have. I would love, like I said, to reach 100 subscribers by the end of this year, and then 500 subscribers by the end of next year, which I know what you're thinking, that's a kind of big jump, but I feel like with YouTube, you never really know what's going to happen, and also when you shoot for the moon, you land among the stars. So if I aim big, I'm going to continue to put in work and effort, and I would be happy with any amount of subscribers, but I feel like you have to make goals, right? Like, I have to have something to work for. I'd also love to receive at least one sponsorship, so just, you know, whether it's Book of the Month, Annalisa, I know they sponsor people quite a lot for their jewelry. I'm trying to think. Honestly, anyone. I'd be super happy with anything. I'd be super grateful. I just think that that is kind of a fun goal to have. I would also love to receive at least one physical ARC. I am not super good about reading my digital ARCs because I can't take my Kindle to work, and then I just don't reach for my Kindle when I get home. But I think if I had a physical ARC, I would slay. So I would love for 2026 to be the year that I receive a physical ARC. Better yet, if I received a physical copy of Red God, y'all would literally never hear the end of me. I would also love to maintain my current schedule of recording and posting at least one video a week, ideally 2. I would also love to record more short form content, like maybe posting reels TikToks, shorts, etc. I have a lot of fun when I do post them, but my only issue is when I record TikToks, all I want to do is then stay on TikTok and watch other people's TikToks. But I like recording the short form content. It's fun. There's just stuff you can do on short form that I feel like you can't do on long term, and vice versa. But anywho, I'd also love to get better at editing. Right now, I feel like I'm pretty good, but there's always stuff I could improve on. Sometimes I will miss stuff, like I'll think my video is finished, I'll move something, and then that causes, you know, my audio, my inserted pictures, etc., whatever the idea, to get the timing off a little bit. And so I always hate when I'm rewatching one of my videos once it posts and I notice that. So I'd love to get a little better at editing and to maybe try some new editing styles, like add in, you know, sound effects, more transitions, different fun stuff. This first year, well, I guess half year, has really just been me, you know, setting the foundation. But I'd like in this upcoming year to kind of branch out a little bit and try some new things. Speaking of, I'd like to try some new video styles. So maybe do a lot more reading vlogs, do some challenges. You know, there's the spinner reel, there's the my followers choose, etc. I would love to kind of branch out my content, especially now that my Codsmere catch-up series is pretty much over. I would love to have maybe a second series that I do monthly. And I think I would also like to start doing, now that my TBR is going to be a little bit more flexible, I think I would like to start doing TBR jar videos. You know, just some of those like classic BookTube videos. I am nothing if not basic. But anywho, and then I think my last big channel goal is I would really love to receive I'm saying receive because I think my goal is for it to maybe work as a Christmas birthday gift next year, but I would love to get a real camera. I do currently film and edit on my phone, so it's convenient because like my phone is obviously always on me, but I do think a real camera would help with audio, visual, etc. So yeah, I would love to do that. And yeah, I think those are all my goals. If you somehow watched this whole video, I'm so thankful for you. And if you're one of my subscribers or one of my commenters, like I mentioned, I'm also so thankful for you guys. I feel like my channel has grown so much considering it's only just a couple months old, and I couldn't be more thankful. I'm so excited to rewatch this video next year and for years to come to just see where we are, what's happening, do a little check-in both for me and you, and just, yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I couldn't be doing this without you, obviously, and I'm so thankful. So, without further ado, I will see you guys in the next Vlogmas video. Sorry this one is out so late today. I have run out of pre-recorded videos, to be transparent. But this weekend, we got some exciting things planned. The rest of Vlogmas, I have really exciting things planned. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too. But anywho, I'll see you in the next one.